This is Chapter 3, Section 1, Graphing Relationships, Lesson 1, Video 1 of 3 videos. First example, relating graphs to situations. The air temperature was constant for several hours at the beginning of the day and then rose steadily for several hours. It stayed the same temperature for most of the day before dropping sharply at sundown. Choose the graph that best represents this situation between graphs A, B, and C. First thing that you need to understand is to read a graph is to read it from left to right. So you need to read the graph from left to right. Okay, so from left to right. Next is we have a little chart here to help you out so you can kind of make the connections between all of the graphs. So was constant would be a horizontal line that just continuously moves from left to right. Graphs A and B both have representations of that at the beginning. So from here to here, change the color. So from here to here, and then from here to here, it's currently constant. Next, it says rose steadily, slanting upwards. So graphs A and B have the graph slanting upwards, and that would be rose steadily. So from here to here, and then again from here to here. Stayed the same is, again, another constant, a horizontal line, and it has graph B is the only one who has that. And then last but not least is slanting downward, so dropping sharply. So it should be a very steep slope going down. And graph B has that. So just by looking at it, you can tell that graph B would be the correct solution because it has all four components based on the type of situation that we have going on with the air temperature. Again, the key is to understand what the different words mean. So if it's moving at a constant pace, it would be a horizontal line. If it's rising at a constant pace, so steadily, so if it's rising steadily, that would be a increasing slant. And that could be steep or not so steep. It would just depend on the phrase. Stay the same would be another horizontal line. And then dropping sharply would be a very quick downward slope. Now, for graph C, just to point it out, oops. So graph C, you'll see that this one rises, then it's constant, that portion would be like an increase to decrease because it increases and then decreases, and then from here it's dropping. Okay, so you can use a multitude of words in order to figure out each component. So here's your U-try. The air temperature increased steadily for several hours and then remained constant. At the end of the day, the temperature increased slightly again before dropping sharply. Choose the graph from the ones that we already did that best represents this situation. So graph B has been done, so you have graphs A and C to work with in order to determine which one would best fit the new information. So again, here is the U-try. And please make sure that you take all of your notes and write any questions that you have.